baby. Come on. We're not. Oh, apologies, everyone. Okay, sorry. Okay. Sorry, my little fur baby was needing some attention. So give me just one moment here. Let me just get my internet going here. Okay. All right. So welcome. Again, thank you for your patience as I got everything together. I'm going to just give this a moment to connect and also kind of cool off here as we prepare to go into this really powerful. Okay. All right, good. Okay. Also had some, when I brought this through the other day, as you see these rays coming across there, it came up the other day and it was blue and it had a blue shirt on, it matched, which was really cool. It ended up being like a windshield of light in front of me, which was really cool. And it was Order of Alcion. I was actually bringing this through for my year-round mentorship space. So that was pretty amazing. And I see it's coming back through again. Obviously it's from the window, but it's still really cool how it shows up. So for those of you that are dropping in, I know a lot of people like to have access to the comments and kind of just drop a bunch of stuff in a lot. And I'm completely open and receptive to, receiving what people are what, like if you have questions or if you would like to communicate. But I like to leave it open for those that are energetically available to really exchange openly and freely without the need for attention. And a lot of times I understand being a public live, it does tend to pull people in that just really want attention. And even though I love everyone and I honor you for all that you be, I simply just want to keep this as focused and as balanced as possible. So thank you for your presence. Thank you for dropping in. I do hope that the connection is decent. So if there's any issue with the connection, if you don't mind, just drop it in, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I hope everything is good. And I'm also super grateful for everyone that is here. So I am going to speak into really what's been coming through for me, what's come through obviously for my year-round space, my year-round group space, and also too what's going to be coming through in the activation. So I was experiencing a pull to step into a calibration and a form of activation. We're always existing in an activated state when we are existing in a higher space of awareness. We're existing in an activated state, when we're proclaiming and declaring that our reality is balanced, that we are whole, that we are complete. Those type of proclamations activate a higher reality through us. And if we are aware of who we are, meaning if I understand the choices that I make, I understand how I approach the moment, I understand the types of conversations that I'm having and why I feel prompted to respond in certain ways, why I feel guided to connect to certain thought processes, why I feel deeply aligned to certain beliefs. This type of understanding is how we access our all-knowing self, because we have a tendency, and I know myself on the spiritual journey, at the very beginning, at least, there was a year or two there where I was really distracted by all the data, all the information that was coming in. And this information, it gives us a sense of knowing everything, right? It gives us a sense that if we read it, if we retain it, and if we resonate with it, then we somehow understand it. But what I've come to realize, especially over the course of this last year to year and a half, is that knowledge is only so deep as the understanding, and the understanding is accessible through us based on our lived truth. So, I could pull in guidance from the higher realms. I could pull in guidance from the cosmic universal mind. I could pull this in all day long. The one question that's always important to acknowledge is, okay, well, what does that have to do with me right now? Like, how is this applying to me on a day-to-day scale? Like, what does this have to do with me, truly? So that's how we merge what most people would say is like the human and the divine. Even though the human is not separate from the cosmic universal divine, they are all one. But the most important part of this journey is having a deeper understanding of, well, who you be, why you act the way you do, why you have come into this simulation and received these feedback loops of programming, because we all have them. Many of you have heard me speak into the fact that we're never born and we don't die. Being born is an idea. It's literally an imaginary experience. We imagine that we are born and we imagine that we die. It gives us an opportunity to experience that we are some sort of finite existence, that we are separate from our infinite eternal. That's how Source experiences itself, as something other than infinite and eternal. Source extended through us, we are the extension of Source, thereby we are Source. So we have the power to create and manifest anything at will. But a lot of times what we choose to create and manifest at will is automatically blocked by those personality traits and characteristics that automatically kick it out, where we feel like we're struggling to reach that highest version of ourselves, and we're applying all these different modalities, but we can't seem to reach the point of clarity that we really know is available to us. And the reason for this is because we are still lacking a mirror I don't say lacking, we've yet to accept a mirror that gets to reflect all of that to us simultaneously. Now, your entire reality, everything outside of you is a mirror. Nature is a mirror. Your parents are mirrors. Your partner, your brother, your sister, your grandparents, your friends, they're all mirrors. They're not other people, they're other selves. So if they're other selves and they're mirroring back versions of you, have you given yourself permission to acknowledge what this version of you is showing you? Or are you still trying to chase another person in hopes that you receive something through another person that you feel you lack within yourself? And that's an important thing to acknowledge, because a lot of times when it comes to relationships, partnerships, and friendships, we want someone else, but we never have someone else. We only ever have ourselves. Everyone is us mirrored back. So if you're wanting something vibrationally, it is up to you to embody that vibrational frequency so that you can magnetize that version of you to you. A lot of times, though, most people don't realize we hear this all the time. I hear it, I've said it, it happens through my group space. Well, I've already worked through that. I've already addressed that. We have a myriad of moments where we have agreed to a very specific characteristic or personality trait of ourselves. This is a combination of what we believe, our vibrational consciousness at the time that we chose to accept the belief, the way that we feel about the belief, and any thoughts that come through in relation to the belief that are a part of the creative product. So this, you have to think about it. Throughout your entire life, you have agreed to many things, and many of those things you've agreed to in a very similar way, and so you will consistently attract that vibrational currency to you. So when it comes to like the frequency of abundance or wealth, prosperity, the vortex of prosperity, a lot of times, at least I know for myself, I thought that if I was accessing my stream of wealth consciousness and I was accessing abundance, at least at the beginning, I thought this meant a lot of money would come to me immediately. It was like this concept I had in my head. And so what was beautiful and brilliant is that I got to realize all the ideas and all the concepts I had in my mind about what I thought a frequency or a wealth stream of abundance was, or what a vortex of prosperity was. Because until we have the actual experience of it and we get to witness all versions of us that are in operation through that currency or that way of believing, we just hold an idea of it. We hold a concept of it until we experience ourselves within it, meaning within ourselves. So as I began to go deeper and deeper into what I'm bringing through here today, the vortex of prosperity, it's consistently active through me. The wealth and abundance stream of my source self, it's constantly active through me. And what I was beginning to realize is that my template, my divine source template I didn't come here with a template that was a millionaire. That's not what my intention and purpose of stepping into my abundant wealth stream is about. It was about learning how to accept what abundance is through me as the vibration of abundance. And as I began to understand this, I began to learn how much lack mindset and mentality and resistance to wealth I actually held, which means that I felt at some point like I would save money, right? Why do we save money? Well, what if there's an emergency? What if money doesn't come in how I'm used to receiving it and I need to pay a bill? What if something happens, right? That's why we save money, for the what ifs. But what if we didn't have the what ifs? We wouldn't need to hold that stream of us captive. And that's what we do. We hold a stream of our own abundance captive in a savings account. That's a stream, that's a currency, that's energy. And if we just keep it there and it's not moving, then we can't receive more. I mean, it might be an illusion that we're receiving more. But what's happening is it's happening out of a vibration of control. Like we have to work really hard to receive more so that we can save more. It's a feedback loop of lack. So what I realized was that, okay, I sent all my money out, everything I had saved up. I did this at Christmas. I got rid of everything in my checking and everything in my savings. And I have not gotten anything saved back up in my savings. And I love it because I've been able to learn all the different places within me that held anxiety around money, that felt like I needed to prepare. It was always like the sensation of preparing for something. And it's like extremely powerful to understand how to live in true abundance, because money is not abundance, but it is a vibrational currency of our own energy. It's a reflection of us. So however we vibrationally exist is how we receive. And if it feels like it's kind of been a little bit challenging energetically for you, monetarily and financially, well, there's some things to work through for sure. So where I am now is that I have everything that I need. My bills are always paid. I don't need anything extra, because should I want something, guess what? I have a little extra in my checking account and everything's already paid at that time. So it's really not extra, it's exactly enough. So I'm learning how to exist in a consistent flow of giving and receiving, giving and receiving. Whatever I receive, it goes right back out, and it goes right back out with gratitude, like immense gratitude and acceptance, because I know it's coming right back no matter what. Why? Because I exist in divine harmony with the universe, and I see abundance and prosperity in everything. I see everyone as abundant. I also see everyone as me. Everyone is me pushed out, which means that I don't lack friends. I don't lack people. I don't lack connections. I don't lack anything. I get to see myself in everyone and everything. So in the 4-week mentorship that I have coming up, this is one of the big things that we're going to be going into, is understanding any place that you hold resistance to your own stream of wealth and abundance. Now, for some people, you might have a template of receiving a lot of money to see how you handle it, right? $1 and $100,000 are no different. Just because one number is higher doesn't make it better than or more than. Your stream of wealth and abundance is a pure stream, and all is equal to its, like every number is equal to itself. Okay. There's no number better than or higher than. Usually those that are making that level of money were already in a vibrational stream that was like, it required that type of numerical sequencing, shall we say, because everything is data. So if I was already living and working in a job where I was used to making 6-7 figures a year, and I shifted out of that into a pure wealth stream, well, guess what? The numbers would stay the same. It would teach me how to accept and acknowledge that my wealth is not financial. It's personal. It's internal. It's not the number that comes in. It's how I choose to receive myself when it does. How do I choose to perceive myself when it does? How do I choose to perceive the amount when it comes in? Am I going to say, like, am I going to get down and out because I have less money coming in this week than I had last week? Or am I going to celebrate that I have everything that I need and I'm always supported? So in this 4-week container, we're going to really go into that stuff. Not only that, but our divine template is a data stream. It's a sequence. We talk about the matrix all the time. Everyone hears about the matrix, but what really is the matrix? I feel like we all have had this idea in our mind that it's some sort of like negative space and it's bad, and you don't want to be in the matrix because it's so bad. The matrix is a feedback loop. It's a feedback loop. It is a set of data streams or mind traps where you go into it and you get to find your way out of it. So when you go into it, if you're still stuck in a space that has not consciously realized that it gets to choose differently without repercussions, then you'll remain trapped in the trap that you have set up for yourself, which is agreeing, believing, and perceiving in a certain way that holds you in that space. And so you will always hear the feedback loop that most closely resonates with what you truly think and what you truly believe. So if you have thoughts that are happening in your mind, the thoughts are simply reflecting the parts of you that you've agreed to, that you have said, yeah, that's the way I like to perceive things. So if you would like to shift the feedback loop, you start feeding yourself with different thoughts. throughout the day. I mean, literally throughout my day, especially at night when I take a shower, as I'm going into the shower, the entire time I'm in the shower, and like an hour afterwards, I am proclaiming how powerful I am. I am speaking that I am the divine source, that I am always held, supported, and secure in myself, that I am the frequency of divine abundance, and that everything is always coming to me. Now, there's a level of this that gets to be robotic because you're feeding your subconscious. So it doesn't really matter how you feel about it, because your subconscious doesn't care how you feel about it. Your subconscious is simply just a stream of information. That's all it is. It's your data stream. It's your reality. That's what's feeding into what you see. You're projecting what's most readily looping in your mind and in your subconscious. So your subconscious is going to give you what you have most easily accepted and what you have consistently agreed to, because you don't actually see your reality, you project it. So whatever you're seeing out there, if you don't like what you're seeing, or if you're sitting there in expectation for something else showing up, then you're going to kind of be in this space of expectation and limbo. So give yourself permission to, first and foremost, accept that there is no such thing as failure. And number two, that because you are the creator and you are the source, nothing bad can happen to you. The only reason why bad things happen is because you, through an egoic perception, have determined that I am so important that these things are able to come and connect to me, and I am separate from my source, and therefore bad can befall me. That's a source of duality where you feel like you're not protected and things can come to you and attack you. But the only thing that comes to you is your own illusionary projection of fear. Your own thoughts are entities of energy, and they come back to you. So if you consistently accept that you are the source and you are divinely supported and you are living the life that you want, then you will always have everything that you need. And then you just get to play. You just get to have fun. It's not about what you own or what you have, because you don't actually own anything. You are everything, and you are extended into everything. And so the only thing that can come back to you is that what you are. So the importance of all this in connection with what's coming through with the 12 streams of the DNA, the 12 strands, is that our 12 strands are libraries. They hold everything. The Order of Alcion has been coming forward recently, because the Order of Alcion is like the order, it spoke, if you will, through me. Now the order is not, they're not individual people or something. Order is vibrational sequence. It's a specific tone of the universal mind, source consciousness, that holds the library, the wisdoms of the central suns, which are the original source creators, the original universal source monads, if you will. So all the wisdom of every universe is held within these essential suns. And what came forward is the vibration of the wisdom spoke through me in my other group space and reminded us that we are all wisdom keepers. Like we are all, like I heard these words used before, like wisdom keeper, portal keeper, crystal keeper. And it was a reminder, because I had some resistance as the voice was coming through me, as the tone was coming through me. I kind of didn't want to say those words, because I still had a perception that, well, that's identifying. Like I'm identifying us as being something. But the tone was so pure and so powerful, and it just lit us. Literally everyone in our group, we felt like we were sitting outside in the sun. I mean, you could feel the radiating atomic waves on your face. It's so powerful. And as soon as I opened my voice and the tone came through, we felt the radiation on our face. And it was a reminder that we all hold the wisdom that we seek, that it doesn't exist outside of us, that what you are receiving is little breadcrumbs, which should always lead you back into yourself. Anything that you read, anything that you receive, anything that you hear, it's not meant to be taken as, oh, I should go and reverberate what I read, or because it resonates, let me go, like, kind of speak it in my own way, and then I'm representing that knowledge or I'm representing that data. You can only represent wisdom when you exist in divine clarity. Clarity is a deeper realization of what that is through you, because you exist as the vibration, you exist as the tone. So as wisdom keepers, we are inherently embodying the wisdom of our all-knowing self. And we access that when we're willing to show up and be seen as every version of ourself, without judgment, without shame, and in full authenticity. And so the beautiful reminder came through that you're all wisdom keepers. You all hold the wisdom of your all-knowing self, and you do not need external validation. You never do. But you get to allow that anything that shows up out there, it gets to mirror back to you what is available through you. So that's just a beautiful reminder. Okay, so as we're going into this, which we're getting ready to do, I want everyone to remember that the activated state happens through your awareness. So when you give yourself permission to be an awareness, you are infinite. You're aware of everything. You're aware of the entire existence, the entire creation of all that is, and you're simply just experiencing the vibrational currents as an awareness. Gives you permission to expand beyond your five senses and to reach into your extra senses and pull multiversally, multidimensionally into the present moment and actively participate in the activation of yourself on a cellular, on a DNA level, and embody the wisdom of these 12 strands. The 12 strands are openly activated through these atomic currents, and because the atomic currents is the vibrational resonance of your dormant DNA. And so not only are these currents coming through when we're not aware of them, quote unquote, but it's happening in the unseen. And if we want to speed things up a little bit, then we not only become aware of who we are, what we are, and that doesn't mean something out there somewhere. It means like how you're acting, how you're being right here, right now, in every single moment. That's how you embody. That's how you exist as the frequency of your divine source self. And you have access to everything in every moment. You hear it more clearly when you don't have the negative feedback loop running and operating. That's why it's so powerful. If you ever have an opportunity to be around a mirror and someone that can consistently reflect back to you the power of what you are, that will also assist you as well, like mentorship or guidance or, something of that degree. So, okay, let's go ahead and begin dropping in. And this just means you're just going to bring yourself internally fully aware, eyes closed. Right now, there are massive waves incoming. They have been. I know there was like the largest solar flare that's happened this year, and it took place during my last live, which means we're probably going to have another one, especially because of the 12 central suns. And because of the way that we are actively pulling this in through ourselves as the universal mind and the source consciousness, we are the source. We are also the central suns. So anything that happens in terms of like the solar flares, it's always simply a reflection of we come into this space, we agree to actively receive ourselves at a greater degree, and then it activates the sun to send larger flares to assist and support with what we've already agreed to, such as coming into this space and agreeing to receiving this activation. And that's just basically a proclamation, a declaration, and we receive it to a greater degree, and as does the planetary consciousness. So that's, that could definitely happen again. I'm not going to say it is absolutely going to happen, but it is always a possibility. So if you feel some sensations, you probably already have been feeling them, maybe a little tiredness, head pressure, nausea. These are all responses of atomic waves, photon blasts, and the more that you are immersed in them, like me and my group, we go into it all the time. So we basically are undergoing radiation poisoning, and it's similar to radiation poisoning. And when you're undergoing radiation poisoning, your body's going to be purging, and your body's going to be experiencing things. Your five senses are undergoing reconstruction and recalibration. So don't be alarmed if that shows itself. Okay. Just give yourself permission to bring your eyes closed, dropping into a deeper space of presence and awareness. You may even begin to notice, like I immediately begin to sit straight up. Like I get pulled into a very specific space, if you will. Remember, our eyes project, they don't see. So where I am guided to move during this activation is in vibrational harmonic alignment with the unseen. It's what's happening all around me and what's happening through me. It's not what I'm seeing or projecting, it's what I'm sensing and what I am available to experience. Opening the space, expanding the space. Give yourself permission to play, remembering that this is a space to sense and to allow. To discover and to expand. Opening, activating Earth Star, opening, activating Soul Star, opening, activating all stars, all the way to the Universal Star. Activating all multiversal, multi-dimensional gateways, activating thymus, thyroid, and pineal. Activating navel. All multidimensional, multiversal gateways are now open and active and continuously expanding through the awareness. Twelve is a divine number of unity as the 12 reduces to 3. Three being the Trinity and the one true reality. The one true reality is always in divine unity and divine Trinity. One thing I do want to share as we're going into this that I found to be very powerful is after I brought this very similar through in my group space the other day, there was a banner that came across the TV for a few seconds, and it said that they were discovered something about Yeshua's death, and there was a 3 dots on his crown, and there was this scrolling, and it mentioned the words solar in it. Nuclear, I'm sorry, it mentioned nuclear. That's what it was. It mentioned nuclear. So everything that came through, which is also coming through in this activated space right now, it was simply reflected back. I could not find that on any other channel. I couldn't find it anywhere else. It was like just there in the moment for me to see it as a mirror, as a reflection. And Yeshua, again, as all things, being a mirror, of myself, as Yeshua is a mirror of all of us. And those breadcrumbs were dropped in as a reflection. And I thought that was really powerful. Calling forward the 1224 sequencing and the architecture of the 12 strands of DNA. Calling these forward into the awareness. And calling forward the order of Alcion. And the 12 rings of Arcturus. Opening, activating all chakras. Opening, clearing root. Opening, clearing sacral. Opening, clearing solar plexus. Opening, expanding all chakras from root to crown. And just allow yourself to experience the expansion. Feeling how open and how infinite you truly are. Feeling yourself as a presence of vibrational currents. You're a pillar. You're not a body. You can't fit in a body. You're pretending to, but you're too large. You're too infinite. You're too expansive. So what is the body? Well, it's a collection of what you think. It's a collection of what you believe. Your body is what you think it is, and it's also not what you think it is. So give yourself permission to expand beyond it and to sense your infinite capacity to receive yourself. And let's just open up, open, 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 and expand the channel. Open, 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 and expand. Expand. Requesting through the order of Alcion, all energetic templates come through. Proclaiming and commanding that I am the source, I am the divine source of all that I experience. I am the light, I am the word, I am anchored, I am secure. I now command infinite streams of light to pour through every cell, every dimension, every thought, every feeling. And I now command all parts of me to come into wholeness and completion. I am now existing in wholeness and completion. I am now an open receiver of my infinite, all-knowing source self. aligning, harmonizing. Connecting to the order of Alcion, receiving, receiving, receiving. And what is pouring through is that you are the keepers of wisdom. Dear ones, you are the bringers of change. You are the infinite light that is here to create a ripple in time and space. It may seem like that is a rift, but what is really happening is a proclamation of truth. Uncovering what has been hidden and allowing yourself to be seen fully without playing the character, without performing, without wearing the shroud of your identity. For there is a true you that exists underneath that shroud that doesn't play the game that the character and the identity play. You are here to stand within the truth of the light and to bear witness to yourself, to see yourself as you truly are. Receiving the wisdom of the ages, activating the cells, activating the DNA. We openly accept and receive ourselves as the source, as the light, as the unity, as the harmony, as the Trinity. And give yourself permission to experience the power that comes with that. Massive heart expansion. A clarity within the chakras. And receiving through the 12 central suns, the calibration and the calibrated tones that are actively expanding the genetic design. Downloading and receiving now. Giatari ase ukash sat at sat at sat at sat at set at set at set at set at. The tone that's coming through operates in dots and dashes. So the expression of light that you will hear coming through will be very similar to that. Activating the genes. Tuck, suck, suck, tuck, suck, tuck, suck, tuck, suck, tuck, suck, tuck, 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 suck, tuck. Suck, tuck, 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 There comes the burning from the inside. Tuck, 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 tuck. Receiving the activated stream. Okay, now let's play in that. Yet tuck tuck, 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 tuck 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 tuck, yet tuck 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 tuck, yet tuck 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 tuck, yet tuck 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 tuck, yet tuck 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 tuck. Opening, activating, harmonizing all energy bodies. Calling all thought forms, all ideas, all concepts to the surface that are not aligned to the unity of the source. Clearing old programs, old feedback loops. Clearing. Clearing. Clearing and harmonizing the space. Releasing outdated programs and old feedback loops. The feedback loops that will be released are those that have been understood on a deeper level, that you have completed your lessons within. Clearing. Now connecting into the 12 rings of Arcturus. This is a new one for me. Calling in the 12 rings, the 12 bands of Arcturus, calling them forward. Receiving. It feels similar to the 12 rings of Saturn. Was it Saturn? I believe so. Calling these bands forward, receiving, receiving, receiving. These are rings or cords of clarity. Each cord contains a clarity of higher wisdom. Man, yeah, lots of throat opening already happening. Lights coming in. Receiving the 12. It's interesting. I almost have this sensation that I've swallowed something. It's almost like when you take a vitamin or a pill or something and it doesn't go all the way down, it gets caught. I kind of have that sensation. There it goes, it's moving. Okay, receiving the 12. Very distinct anchoring on masculine and feminine sides. I really feel that. Very distinct. I felt it penetrate right behind my left ear first. Like someone stuck something through that side of right behind my left ear. Right in the same, right in the location where our third ear is. We have a third eye and a third ear. Receiving the 12. These 12 rings are actively connecting and activating the 12 strands of DNA. I am now embodying the 12 rings of Arcturus as I am now embodying the 12 strands of DNA. I am now embodying my highest source self, and I now command the vortex of prosperity to pull into me all that is abundant, aligned, and supporting of my highest and greatest always. This is streaming into me now in connection with my cosmic universal planetary heritage. I am the divine source, and I command the divine source. Very, very powerful currents. Anchoring. Anchoring, 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 anchoring. Okay, moving through the expression of the 12. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Whew, man, feels like my feet are on fire. Like there's flames coming up through my toes. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Every cell is basically like a little system of electrical currents, electrical magnetic, responding and forming based on the design or the sequencing of the incoming waves. That, coupled with the intention and the proclamation, recreates the design. And receiving the wisdom of the 12, receiving the wisdom of the 24. Expression of Arcturus stepping forward. Brothers and sisters, we would like for you to understand that you may have been hearing about the first contact, the first connection, the first landing. Please understand that connection has always been available through each of you. Alien contact or alien connection is not an external force. It is an internal recognition. Please understand that we are always present. We exist in the unseen because we exist in a dimension that is vibrationally existing as one that is not necessarily of the same fabric of your projected reality, but our reality is still right next to yours. We exist here and now. We are nowhere else. Many of you will be experiencing, or maybe have already experienced, a contact of your own consciousness coming to you in a different form, or coming to you by design through the collective, remembering that this is a simulation. You are creating with the design and the templates of your own imagination. Please always remember this. You always are in contact with us, and we are always in contact with you, for we are not separate from you. We are all existing within the source, within the one, within the universal mind. We are always together. But not just this, the dimensional currents that exist in connection with you and your planet are here and now. You can connect into them at any time. It's basically like wearing a different color lenses on glasses when you go outside. The vibrational frequency of being able to see us means that the lenses, your ocular projection, would need to undergo some upgrades, which it is right now. A very important reminder for all of us from our brethren in the vibrational currency of Arcturus. Just as each of you heard me proclaim at the very beginning of this activation, we do not see, we project. We project the data stream, the sequencing, what we are meant to see in our own projected reality. And we will continue to see everything that we need to see before we can project through a different ocular lens of a different dimension. We must also be vibrationally attuned to be able to begin seeing beyond the dimensional framework that we exist within. Obviously, many of us exist in those dimensional planes as well, and we're already coming through those dimensional planes into the present moment. Activating the wisdom of the 12 central suns. It's already starting to burn. Activating the wisdom of the 12 central suns. Activating the wisdom of the 12 central suns. Activating the wisdom. downloading into the nervous system, activating and expanding the nervous system to reach beyond this dimensional plane into fifth, sixth, and seventh dimensional, into highest of the 12th, pulling back into the present moment, expanding, expanding into the 12th dimension, expanding, expanding. Your nervous system is now actively pulling. Your nervous system is a set of gateways, just like your blood, and it can actively, energetically, vibrationally connect into any dimensional plane at any given moment. And pulling in, pulling in, pulling in, pulling in. And what we're doing in this exercise is we're just practicing reaching beyond the five senses and the concept of being in a body. We get to reach and expand, going beyond the perceived body, expanding, and taking a moment to experience the sensations of being simply just a point of existence, an awareness which is the fabric of creation. Vibrationally pulling from all 12 dimensions into the present moment through an active awareness and an active higher state of consciousness. Pulling into the present moment, pulling it into now, pulling it in, 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 and anchor, anchor, anchor. Anchor, 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 anchor. Receiving the infinite streams of abundance, receiving the infinite streams of eternal intelligence, receiving yourself outside of time as simply just a space of presence and awareness. Connecting, unifying through the connection into the 12 central suns, and receiving, receiving, receiving. It's always interesting how I hear time through this activation, through these activations. I will literally hear things in normal time. I'll hear it reverse, and then I'll hear it speed up like you would on like a VHS tape. I literally will hear time because it's a loop of projection, and I hear it. It's very interesting. Like I can hear it. I can hear the birds chirping. but I can also hear it as a tape. Okay, we will now open and activate the 12 strands through the 12 streams and the 12 key code currents of the 12 rings of Arcturus. Open, expand, open, expand, open, expand. The importance of the expression, just so that you're aware. The vocal expression is an expression of the attunement. It's an expression of the tone. It's an expression of the incoming wavelength. The dots and dashes relay. And they actively integrate. Receiving, just like if you program your computer with code. It's no different. That's one thing I realized in my group space, and the last time that we had an activation was that when my eyes were closed, I could see, like Neo sees in the Matrix. That's what I see when my eyes are closed. I see the data streams. I see the portals. I see them as information streams, basically. Like I see it now. Just streams of data running through everything. It's intense. Oh, that really opened up that root, man. Wow. It opened that root, sacral and solar up big time. Man, that's some penetrating energy coming in. Of course, it's me, I'm the source. But that's what we're experiencing as ourself, as the source, as the activating point. Wow. Okay, we're going to go through some central sun calibration points here. This is in preparation for receiving all atomic blasts, which is coming through the gateway of our own sun. Our own sun, of course, as everyone is aware, is a gateway. We are in a simulation. We are in an experience of vibrational currents. In preparation for the cells, we now accept and agree to receive all atomic waves, all photon blasts. We now accept and proclaim that our cells are safe and secure in receiving the atomic waves. Our cells, our nervous system, all systems are in agreement with receiving the high currency of the solar the high currency of the universal mind. It is our mind. We are one with the source. We are one with the universe. We are the universal mind. We are the ones that are not only receiving, but we are also the source of the receiving, which means nothing happens to us. It happens through us. Anchor, 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 anchor this stream, anchor it, anchor, anchor, anchor. Masculine, feminine lines are active and unified within the 12 central suns. They are unified, they are whole, they are complete. You may feel like you're floating. You may feel like you kind of have a bobblehead, and if you put your arms up, you're in like zero gravity. That's what it feels like to be in a fully activated zone of your vibrational self. Your heart is a gateway. It becomes extremely open and expanded to pull everything in. So if your thymus is open, then you can hold your arms up and you'll notice how your arms just keep getting pushed further and further away. Like they just keep opening and opening and opening. You don't even have to think about your arms moving. They will move on their own because your thymus, your multi-dimensional gateway of your heart, which is a gateway, it doesn't register emotions. It doesn't know love. It is a dimensional access point, multi-dimensional, multiversal gateway. Many people reference the heart as love or as an emotion. That's not the case. It doesn't know, just like your subconscious mind doesn't register emotions, nor does the universe. The universe acts in vibrational tone, not in emotion. We actively anchor and receive the 12 strands. We actively anchor and receive the 12 currents. We actively anchor and receive the vibrational currency of the 12 central suns, of the 12 rings of Arcturus. I am now embodying the 12. I am now proclaiming myself as the source. I've always been the source and I will always be the source. I am the source. I am the word. And as the word, I am an embodiment of Arcturus. As the word, I am an embodiment of the sun. As the word, I'm an embodiment of the central suns. Because I am the word. I am the source. I am the supreme. I am now embodying my highest self in all things in divine harmony and divine alignment. Flow to me with ease, grace, and fluidity, for I am the embodiment of my highest self. I am aligned to all highest, greatest, and best at all times. No matter what is happening, it doesn't happen to me, it happens through me. I am the wisdom of the 12 central suns. I carry the wisdom of the universe within me. I carry the code of creation. I speak it, and it is so. Because I am the word and I am the source. I am the supreme. I am not separate from my children, nor am I separate from my creation. I am the source. I am the word. The wisdom is activated. The wisdom is anchored. Anchoring, anchoring, anchoring Earth Star, anchoring Universal Star, anchoring, anchoring, anchoring. Feeling some head pressure, feeling some intense head pressure. Anchoring, opening, 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 expanding the crown for receiving, opening, expanding, 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 receiving, anchoring, anchoring, anchoring. Open anchor. Yeah, that was necessary and needed, being pulled through a wormhole. Being pulled through a wormhole. Those declarations provided a leap, a quantum wormhole for the collective anchoring, 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 anchoring. You may feel everything flowing now in through your feet, anchoring. Okay. It's all pouring in, it's all anchoring, anchoring, and just going to decompress and just allowing everyone to understand when I use the words decompress, it's just a reference point that we're coming into completion. And so you can begin walking your awareness back fully into a state of opening the eyes, projecting the simulation. We've pulled in the streams of data, upgraded the data stream of the simulation. So it's moving in through the nervous system, anchored, bloodline anchored, anchored Earth Star, anchored Earth-based simulation. Anchored Earth-based simulation. All right, all is aligned. All has been received. All has been activated. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for receiving. Beautiful, powerful as always. I'm so looking forward to, like, as we're just coming fully back in, I'm so looking forward to really bringing this through in just greater depth and even more powerful activations in the 4-week workshop. If you guys, well, hey, beautiful, so grateful you could drop in and receive. For those of you that have been in my workshops before, you guys know how powerful it is. This 4 weeks is going to be extremely powerful. A space where we can come together. You will have my consistent mentorship and reflection and mirroring. We're still coming together, doing this together. Gonna have a WhatsApp group dedicated. It's going to be small. I'm not taking in more than 6 people, and it's already halfway full. So if I have, at least 3 more people that would like to join, please let me know. A one-on-one is included in the 4 weeks, and you can receive an extra one-on-one. Hey, Nika. Oh, Nazi? Oh, I thought you were, okay, sorry, I read that wrong. Thank you for receiving. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Much love and gratitude to you both. Thank you for receiving. And for anyone interested in the 4 weeks, if you would like the 4 weeks with the one-on-one, it's $222. If you would like the extra one-on-one, it's $333. So for those of you interested in joining, we will be going deep dive into the activations of the DNA, calling in the 12 strands of our 12 higher selves, activating the wisdom, activating the light. It's a full-blown quantum experience, so you will have massive paradigm shifts. For those that I'm already working with, you can already attest to this, massive paradigm shifts. Your entire reality is going to change, okay? Because we're going to be also working through how you perceive wealth, how you perceive abundance, how you perceive yourself, which is also how you receive yourself. So this is also going to align you to your all-knowing self and your infinite source channel to be able to not only receive the infinite intuitive wisdom of all that you are, but to be able to see this come into manifestation, into your reality, into your simulation. So if you're interested, I will have the information in the description. You can receive plenty of these activations because we're going to be doing one a week, okay? One a week plus the one-on-one and the extra one-on-one. If you're interested in it, like I said, it's $222, or the extra one-on-one is $333 for 4 weeks. So, and the WhatsApp group. So, and I will be there every single day, dropping things in. We'll be going through mentoring, all the stuff. So if you're interested, let me know. I will have it in the description box. So love you all. Thank you so much for receiving this. What a beautiful, beautiful blessing to come together and experience ourselves as the source, as the creators, okay? Because you are the source. Remember that always. You're not just made in the image of source, you are, but the source made us in the image of source because we're source. Okay, we're not separate from source at any time. We hold the source power at all times because source is pretending through us to be something else. So we have the source power. There is nothing that is beyond us and nothing that limits us, nor anything that we lack. So if you would like to discover this on an even deeper level with me for 4 weeks, because I'm going to be doing this anyways, so you just get to hop in and join me on the journey, I welcome you. And if not, then I will see you in the next public live. Okay? Love you. Thank you. Adonai.